What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a routines video and it is my once a week dental routine. The bit that makes it once a week is the last part. The rest of it's, you know, every day. Now I will admit that on days when my depression and my anxiety are just absolutely kicking my ass, the last thing on my mind is dental care, if I'm being completely honest. The self-care parts that I prioritize are eating and sleeping. So hygiene's sort of the bit that goes out the window. So hair, having a shower, my skincare routine, my teeth, they sort of, on those particular days, I try not to let it go more than 2 days in a row, because I hate the feeling of like when the plaque starts building up in your teeth and you can like feel it. No, not for me. Not for me, thanks. Right now they are lovely and clean. Because obviously I've already done the routine and I've filmed it largely in time lapse to try and keep the length of the video down. But I do also have a little bit of show and tell, so I can actually show you the bits. So the first step usually is, get up so we can see. Oh, I need to get more of these. Okay. Is I use these little flosser toothpick things just to, I don't know, most people floss at the end, but I'm not seeing anything that needs flossing off, you know what I mean? And this was my first step. So it's just to get all the stuff that's like real stuck in between the teeth out, get all that really deep stuff that bristles on my toothbrush aren't actually going to be able to get out. Because the other thing too is if you're putting pressure in with the bristles, it's only really going to push that stuff around. It's not really going to get rid of it, so it's going to be stuck in between your teeth there. So I get all that stuff out first, and any really big, like dark bits, particularly on my front teeth, it generally builds up quite thick sort of in the center of my front teeth. And so I'll sort of scratch out a little bit and floss all that out. Then I'll go in, I use we got here, it's an Oral-B electric toothbrush. It is filthy because I've just used it. But yeah, so I use this one. I don't have currently I don't have a manual. Sometimes I'll get a manual just to make sure I can like focus on a particular spot, but more often than not, I'm just happy using this. It has a small enough head that I can actually get in. I've had 2 wisdom teeth pulled. I've still got 2 left. I've got this bottom one and this top one. I believe it is. Yeah, that's correct. This one's come in sort of impacted, sort of crushed. The one that had come through first, which was just this top one, and sort of crushed it, so it had to be pulled. And then this one ended up having, because I was using a manual one with a much larger, wider head, I wasn't able to get far enough back to clean it, and it ended up having a big old hole in the middle of it. So I had to get it cut in half and pulled as well. So now the intent is to go and get them all pulled. I might as well. This one sits diagonally, so brushing is a bit weird, and I'm gonna get that one pulled. Might as well get them all taken out. they're not adding anything to my wisdom. I still make bad decisions. So yeah, so I've got this just so I can like get further back, make sure that those ones are cleaned, so that they don't cause me issues, because the ones that I've had pulled for like a couple of days before I had them actually pulled were causing me a lot of pain, because the cavities and stuff that were in them, because I wasn't able to clean them properly, actually exposed nerve endings. So when I was eating, it was raw nerve ending being attacked by hot or cold, or whatever it might have been, the pressure of just chewing. Not fun, don't recommend. So yeah, I'll go over once with this. I use hot water or like warm water usually, for the same reason you use hot water to wash your dishes, and it helps lift the plaque and stuff off. I'll go over once with no toothpaste, just to sort of get rid of all that gunk stuff, so that the toothpaste, when I go over a second time, can actually do its job on my teeth. I'm not just smearing it across the plaque. So yeah, step 1, go in, get all the big visible bits. Step 2, go across, get all those smaller bits that I maybe can't see, and just make sure that I've got a full thing. And then step 3 is I will come in with this. I use a charcoal toothpaste. This one's a charcoal and mint one. Very pure clean, it says. I'll show you the thing properly now. Very cool, very cool. And yeah, and I'll then sort of do the recommended 2 minutes or whatever with this. So in total, probably about 3 minutes of battery that I'm using out of this. But as you'll see in a second when I go to those clips, it's charges. It's right next to the sink anyway. So yeah, so I will now show you that bit, so you can sort of see how that looks. Once I'm done with the weekly bit there, I then come in with my little blue light, ultraviolet light thing. Now if anyone's actually used one of these before, you will know that the gel that goes on it does not exactly leave a pleasant taste in the mouth. And I know that we're like, well, why would you be concerned about the taste? They make this mint flavored for a reason. It's so that it doesn't just taste like chemical. This, on the other hand, just tastes like chemical. And you've got it in your mouth for like 10 minutes while it does its thing, and the light sort of sets in with the gel and all that sort of stuff. So it's not exactly a tasty 10 minutes, but the results are pretty good. The self-confidence always goes up a notch after I've used this. So even though I heard this is once a week, it's not like spot on, I will always do this on a Friday or whatever. If I know that I'm going out with my friends for a big outing, and it's a Saturday or whatever, I'll do it then, but then I might do it the next Friday, and then it might be the next Sunday, sort of a thing. So it's within a period of the 7 days sort of a thing, or like within a calendar week, probably a better way, which can mean sometimes that it is actually closer to a fortnight between times when I use it. But like I said, the results speak for themselves, and if I keep on top of it, there's not really a huge issue that I have. So yeah, now while I'm doing this, because obviously I gotta fill in that 10 minutes, because otherwise I'm just sitting there focusing on the fact that it's horrible. While I'm doing that, I will sometimes read. I'm still on this bad boy. I haven't been reading in a while. This is a good book. I'm trying to get back into reading, because there are a lot of books that I would love to read. A majority of them classics, but I just, yeah, I don't know, I sort of stopped reading for a while. I think I just sort of ran out, like burnt myself out sort of thing. The last time I was reading, I just like read constantly. But also the fact of, I haven't really found any books that really capture me. Like, that's a good book, don't get me wrong, but what I mean by really capture me, I read the entire Beautiful Creatures series, the first 4 books, the first series. I read those 4 in a week. They are amazing books. Movie really did not do it justice, and really did not leave the ending at all set up for allowing a second film, which is really upsetting. Because the fourth book, I breezed through the 4th book. So I'm waiting, if I'm being completely honest, I'm kind of waiting to try and find a series like that again. Because it was amazing. But yeah, so sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I'll just play games on my phone. I couldn't do that this time because I was recording the experience for you. So instead, I decided to work on my story, the one that I gave the sort of synopsis for in last month's book review video. Working on that because since giving that synopsis, in doing more research and stuff into it, I have found that that particular synopsis will actually be the second in the series, with the first one actually focusing on the suit of coins instead of cups, because there is actually an order to the suits that I did not know, and in order to have it sort of be the ascending in terms of sort of level of difficulty, I suppose, wherein obviously the stakes getting higher and higher and higher in each one. I've got to start with the basic, which is earth, which are the coins, and then move up to the cups, which is emotional. That's incorrect. The cups will be the third one. Move up to the swords, which is mental, then into emotional, and then into the fire one, which was always going to be the last one for spiritual, and then onto the major arcana for like the big final major battle. So yeah, gonna be a little bit of tweaking to make it the third one instead of the first one, So I was working on the synopsis for that, and it'll, in all likelihood, now that I've told you guys, it'll probably be my book review for this month. I was gonna try and do a like prologue reading so you guys can sort of get an idea, but yeah, any sort of prologue could end up just being the full card, which I mean wouldn't exactly be bad. It is numbered 0, could do that, and then just do 21 chapters in each. Evidently, still a lot of plans going into that series, but coming along well. So that will be the next clip. Alright, and so then last but not least, and the only bit I don't have to try and tell you, is because of the horrible taste in my mouth, I then go in with mouthwash, because I would much rather that very sterile, sort of clinical minty taste be in my mouth than the taste this leaves in it. And when I say that, I use the zero stuff, like the Listerine Zero, the one that has the less alcohol in it, because I don't like that clinical minty sort of taste either, but it is preferable to this. It really, really honestly is. So that's what I'll finish with. That clip will be here. And then that's it. We end up with this, which, like I said, always lifts my spirits. And wearing a white shirt, so we can, like, they're pretty white. You don't want your teeth to be this white, by the way. A little bit of yellow is healthy, because I don't know if you've ever noticed, but milk isn't perfectly white either, and that's because it's got calcium in it. Calcium is not perfectly white, and you want your teeth to have calcium in them because that is going to help make them strong. So perfectly white teeth are not healthy. So these are actually a pretty healthy white right now. They're a little yellower than my perfectly white t-shirt, but they're white enough. I've got yellow lights on the back. The light that I'm using is yellow, so they're going to show up a little bit more if I put the white on. Let's change the, like, what's that? That's our blue there, that's our white. So you can see that they're still a little bit yellow, but I mean, we can perfectly show you if we go with the white in the background. There we go, all clinical white in the background there, and they're a healthy shade. Now I was on that colour, and we were on this. But yeah, so that's my weekly dental routine. Let me know in the comments if yours is similar or vastly different. Would love to have a conversation. Hygiene is important, even if your brain is telling you it's not. It is. So yeah, let me know in the comments below how similar or different our routines are, and up above you'll find the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you are new here, please go ahead and smash that button with a little click of your mouse, or tap the screen, whatever you're watching me on, and then also take that bell and give it a good old ring if you want to be notified when I upload new videos. If you liked this one, you can give it a big thumbs up down below as well, and until next time guys, keep your head screwed on.